Hey, thank you guys for tuning in to FOSA Spotlight. You're in the right place if you want to be inspired to be empowered. And today, and every day, I'm so glad that you all are joining us, tuning in. This is the place to be. Why? Our micro episodes are true to their nature. Be inspired, be empowered. I am your host, Crystal Boyd. It is my absolute pleasure to bring about this topic today. And it's really about direction. Direction and, you know what? Knowing where you are. I am one of those people that, you know what, I just have to know where I'm going and how to get there. And I don't mean just regular, like it's a pet peeve of mine to get lost. Like some people are kind of okay with it. I'm kind of not. How much I dislike being lost. I will get a real map, okay, if it requires to get to all of that. GPS is okay, but honestly, GPS is only as good as its user. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, GPS ain't always gonna get there. You gotta add some things to it, you know. I never forget, like I'm in Atlanta, and this is probably what started it. I'm supposed to be at this red carpet event and all this, and I'm just really excited about it. Red carpet is my first time ever like being invited to something like this. It's still business related, but I just want to juice this, you know. So they give me the address, and let's just say it's 123 Jones Street. So I literally put in a GPS 123 Jones Street and it's Atlanta. Okay, so I put that in there. I get to 123 Jones Street, or so I thought, and it's like a field of literally, it's like an industrial area. And I'm a little upset about that because I'm just like, I got back to the directions or the address and it said another address. So, me from the country, for real, I didn't know about, putting in the Decatur, the what is it? It's so many of Doraville, so you can easily have 123 Jones Street, and just because you're in the Atlanta area, it may be a different city. So that's young me. I didn't know, whatever. But I was 2 hours late. So here I am, here, makeup done, all these things, and I get there. I still get to enjoy some of the event, but you know how you feel when you get there and you're lost, especially if it takes 2 hours. So what I said to self is, self, we're not going through this anymore ever again in life. Of course, I ain't got lost since then, but it has never been to that magnitude. Like, I refuse, you know what I mean? So I have some things going on. So long as you know your north, south, east, west, you're pretty good. You are okay. But I think about how that relates to life. You know, direction is important. Some of us are on cruise control, you know. Some of us are lost. I pray for that, you know. I pray for the cruise control and lost. Cruise control is slightly okay, but lost, that's almost never good, you know. So pray for those that do feel like they're lost at this time. I pray that you find your way. One way to know that or to get to know where you are is thinking about where you're trying to be. You know, nobody gets in the car to stay there. And so in life, we're called to elevate, to go different places. And so having some understanding, if not all, the greatest you can about where you should be and where you're going is only just going to benefit you the more. Is the more efficient you can be, the more effective you can be if you know where you are. Because that has everything to do with your direction. Everything. Um, and ability to even get help. And that's why one time, another story that correlates with direction, I have a flat, and I usually would change my own flat tire. That's a whole nother story, but yeah, usually I would. But I have this service this time, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not. It took everything, but I didn't. Pulled over, obviously, I was over on the side of the road. And then so they asked me my location. And had I not been clear and just like, oh, I don't know, I'm on the side of the road, I know I passed, I know I passed Rudy's on the way over here, and Rudy's is across the street. That helps, but it doesn't help as much. I said on 45 southbound, I'm before exit 77, which is Louetta and Spring Road, or Cypress Road. For those people that are associated with North Houston, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, but they were appreciative because I was able to clearly indicate where I was in order to better assist them to get to where I was. And that's just like in life. The more you know about where you are, the greater help that is for you and possibly anybody else that is there to help you. So I challenge you in that area today. Evaluate where you are. Sometimes we're in a place that, we require more balance than normal. Maybe you're someone that has multiple jobs. You're being parent, you're being, an active, well, you're active in all capacities, I hope. But whether you have an entrepreneur type of work, whether you're, an RN or a landscaper, all those capacities, it may require a certain level of balance. It may require a lot. You may have relationships that require a lot more nurturing than normal, or one capacity, it requires more. But even that requires you to know where you are in your relationships with your family. It's a beautiful thing when you know where you are, because that is directly associated with making it to your destination, achieving your goal, achieving that dream, that vision that you're hoping for. But I know this message has connected. I'm not going to hope it did, because I know it did. Because we all have been there, right? We undeniably have been there. And for some of us, we're still figuring out our way. And that's okay. But just don't give up figuring out. It's going to come to you. This is all for today. It is my pleasure to have brought you this micro episode. And I know it's going to continue to do good work. And if you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, share. Go to the website, www.fosa.company. Check out our clothing. Check out our accessories. You'll be glad you did. You can stay with some inspirational gear, not to mention catch up on our other episodes of FOSA Spotlight. Until next time, okay now, bye-bye then.